Yo, just wanted to show you an app that I've been using for a couple years. It's called Swagbucks. I've made a little over $2,000. I think I'm about like 2,042 bucks or something at the time of recording. I've only got like $22 in referrals, so I made most of my money myself. And yeah.
Alright, this might be a little long, but I'm gonna walk you through everything and like kind of the whys of like why I think something's bad and why I don't do certain things on the site. Um, but this is the Swagbucks homepage, the desktop version. I'm just gonna show the desktop version. The mobile app is decent, but it lacks a couple things, and it's basically the same thing with like less features on certain things. But you're in these things called SB or Swagbucks. One SB is worth 1 cent and 100 is a dollar. Let's just start with the surveys. All right, so there's these things called guaranteed surveys. They're usually pretty long, sometimes they're kind of short, but you get them eventually or every so often. And what this means is even if you get disqualified from a survey, it'll still pay you the amount. So, this 22-minute survey, you get disqualified, you get paid $1.25. That's great. Now you can't just keep backing, like you can't spam the back button to get out just to get the SB. It'll force you to do it again and start from the beginning. I would highly recommend you not spam like random answers just to get like disqualified on purpose. Swagbucks is one of the most notorious sites for like banning your account from doing surveys and like locking your account for like outrageous like reasons, and like support is just not great for like helping you through that. The Swagbucks support is pretty good, but I don't know. For some reason, they just don't want to help you with survey lockouts or whatever. If you've ever been on like the Swagbucks Reddit or like even the Beer Money subreddit, um, you'll see like a lot of people talking about like getting banned from doing surveys. Some people even get banned from doing like only like their first survey or something, from getting like disqualified for like no good reason, and like support doesn't help them unlock their account or anything from doing surveys and all that. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, this is only accessible in the desktop version, and guaranteed surveys are only accessible in the desktop version for some reason. But if you click on this little thing on the bottom, it'll take you to like another page where you can answer 10 questions. You can do like 50 questions a day. I've been lazy to do this, but every 10 questions you do, you get 2 cents. And these questions are super quick to do. It's literally just one question and four like multiple choice answers and stuff. Um, I don't know if like they changed this before like I stopped doing them, or after I stopped doing them. But I think they still do this. I'll update my blog if they do or not. But like after completing like all of these, like let's say you complete all 7 questions for the cellular one, I think after like a couple of weeks or a couple months, they'll like refresh and give you like more questions and stuff. So this might be pretty free to do. Once again, I'll get to doing this and I'll update it on my blog. But let's move on to the next thing, the games. Um, so this is pretty common on a lot of beer money sites and apps where they have you download these games, and you can see like, oh wow, 193 bucks for playing Raid Shadow Legends. Like that's cool. But a lot of these tasks are like kind of difficult. All right, like I've played a little bit of Raid Shadow Legends. But I'll use this one as an example. I think this is pretty doable. They give you like a fairly decent price for this. Like 197 bucks is kind of decent. I think it's lower than a lot of other sites that I'd recommend, and I'll get to the reviews of those sites soon enough. I also have like blog posts about them as well. But um, this is pretty doable if you want to do it on Swagbucks. I'm gonna highly recommend that you don't do these tasks on Swagbucks, just because a lot of these tasks are just like really hard. And like they ask you to pay for like in-game items that don't, like, it'll cost you more than they pay you. And like a lot of these tasks are like they're just really difficult, all right, compared to like a lot of other sites. I'll make a page on like why you shouldn't do multi-task reward sites or multi-reward games on certain sites or even ever. I'll make a page about it. But some of these are decent to do. They are doable. and they might be better to do on Swagbucks than the ones that I recommend, but I still highly recommend you don't. Feel free to check out these yourself. Um, I'm just gonna say again, I think they're harder to do on other sites, and they ask you to pay for more money, um, or make more in-game purchases than other sites do. Let's move on to the shop. I don't really interact with this very often, but if you link your account, which you can do by clicking, like, let's say Amazon, it'll take you to the Amazon page and it'll have you log in and stuff, and then it'll kind of track them. Like, if you buy a certain item, it might give you like a percentage back. Like, if you go back to Amazon, it'll give you 4% back on certain things. But feel free to mess around with this and check it out. If you shop on any of these sites, they have like a ton of different sites like eBay and like Home Depot or like Lowe's and like pretty much all the like popular places, even Chipotle and all that. It'll give you some money back. It's better than not using them, I guess. Earn a little bit back from spending and all that. Um, Move on to the receipts. This is one thing that I do use. You can see like I've been buying like this Tyson chicken. Um, it doesn't give you $4 back or 400 SP back all the time, but it depends on the price that you pay for the chicken or the product and how much you uh buy of it, and it'll give you up to like $4. Usually I get like $1.50 back from like one however much chicken this is that I usually buy. Um, and getting like $1.50 off of like chicken, it's pretty nice, better than nothing, right? But there's a whole bunch of options right here. You can also search by like stores right here. Um, if you need to go buy something, you can always check this really quick. If you have like a store in mind and like a product, say you go into Target, click on Target, and then go through the options of whatever they're like offering you, and then if there's something that you want to buy, put on your list or, check this out and all that. I do highly recommend you scan the receipts on your phone because it's just a lot easier. If you're doing it on desktop, you're gonna have to like take a picture and then like put it somewhere that you can download from your phone to your desktop, and then you'd have to like upload it. While opposed to like the phone, you can just take a picture of the receipt and it'll just scan all the items that you bought, and then like it's pretty good at it. For a lot of like other receipt sites, or some of them, maybe not a lot, but for a fair amount of them, you have to manually select the item. But like for Swagbucks and a couple other ones, they'll like auto scan it and detect if like you bought something that's on the list that they're offering for like essentially like a rebate or like a rebate. That's pretty much all for the magic receipts. Let's move on to the Discover page. I don't use this very often, but there's a decent amount of offers. I think you can get better prices from other sites that offer the same thing. Um, and it's kind of finicky on Swagbucks. Like I'll sometimes see like posts complaining about like people signing up for bonuses and not getting reimbursed for it, and like sometimes the like support's kind of finicky about it. But another thing that you can do every week or every month is like these 1SB offers where it asks you to click once and you'll earn like 1 cent. And you can see right here, it'll say like, oh, you can only do this once a week, so you can earn like a cent a week. It's not a lot, but if you want to do it, you can do it. Make sure you read these offer details because it tells you like how you earn and stuff. And you can usually see if you earned by going to like your profile right here and then going to activity, and then you can see like right here if you earned like 1 SB from doing it. It'll say like discover or something, and then the offer, and then like 1 SB. Um, if you didn't, just try to go back to the offer and then try to complete it again. Um, let's just go back from the offer page to the main offer or the main discover page. Like I said, I don't do any of these. Um, you can try them for yourself. Make sure you check the subreddit to see if anyone's completed these and like confirmed like getting paid for doing these, and like the Swagbucks Discord for that as well. Just feel free to ask around and people will usually help you. The main thing that I usually do from the Discover page is this thing, the offers from our trusted partners, not the Tapjoy thing. But if you go to view all, it'll take you to the page and you just saw something disappear really quick. That's the thing that I usually, or that's the thing that I earn mostly from, which is called TrueX. And you can see if your account has it by refreshing the page. And if it disappears like that, you know you have it. It's kind of finicky because I'm pretty certain it's area based because like people that I talk to don't have it, and like people kind of around my area say that they have it. So I'm gonna I'm gonna go with the fact that it's probably area based. But essentially what it is, I can't really show you right now because I don't have access to it right now. But at certain times of the day, you'll be able to do the ads or interact with Truex, and that's usually at the time of 7 a.m. UTC. Feel free to convert that on Google to see what time that is for you. Um, but when you click on it, it'll open up like a little window and it'll play like an ad for like 30 seconds. And you want to click on the ad at least once. And you'll know if you click on the ad on like the top right, it'll show you like a little circle and like a check mark and it fills up. That means that you clicked on it or interacted with it. And you'll also know when the ad finishes, when those 30 seconds finish, it'll replace that thing with an up or like an up arrow or like or a thumbs up or a down like a thumbs down. And you can just close it after there. If this is your first time doing Truex, I highly recommend you after you finish that ad, right click on the window and then um there'll be an option to like open it as like a tab, I think. I forget what it's called, but just have it open as a tab, and then when it does, it'll refresh the page, and then right click on the tab like this, and then like mute the site because you don't want to hear the ad, like the you don't want to hear the ad. If you're doing it on a specific browser, I do it on Chrome. I don't know how it is on other browsers, but you could also go to your sound mixer, like down here, go to your sound mixer, and then you go to the browser that you have, and then just mute it. If it's your main browser, I highly recommend just muting the whole site, just like this. And that's pretty much all that I do for. That's my main way of earning. It kind of sucks because not everyone has access to it. And if you do, sometimes some months you might not get a lot of ads, and some days you might not get a lot, and some days you might, and some days you or some months you might. As you can see today, I only earned like literally like 4 cents from it, so I only got like 2 ads from it. While I'm here, there's this thing called a daily goal, and if you hit this goal, you get like a little bit of SB. It's kind of hard to hit these goals, like it, at the state of how like Swagbucks is, they've taken away so many things that you can do to earn easily to like hit these goals. Um, I think the main way that you probably would want to hit these goals is either by playing the games, but I don't think the games are worth it. You can do the surveys. Surveys aren't worth it. And there's 2 goals right here. Hitting the second goal is pretty hard. And if you consistently keep hitting the goals, the first goal will keep getting higher and higher. Like you can see like 40 is like the minimum, and I've had to go up to like $1 a day, which is pretty hard to do these days for hitting the goal. But if you do want to hit daily goals, you also earn a little bit extra for like hitting 7 days in a row. You earn like 25 cents, 14, you'll hit $1, 21, $2, 31, $3 and all that. There's also this task system every day that you can do. If you complete 7, you earn 2 cents, 9, 7 cents. They're pretty hard to do. I don't recommend it. One thing that I do every day is this daily poll right here. You can see I've already done it. It literally asks you one question and then, you can complete it and get like your one daily cent. Sometimes the comments are kind of nice, but like they'll have like certain offers that you can do, but I don't think it's worth looking there anymore. And I'll talk about that why in a little. Um, Another way that some people do earn is by the daily searches. I don't think it's worth it anymore because they raise the amount of searches that you have to like search for. I used to get my first search win after like 7 searches. And I think they raised it to like 20 for me or something. And a lot of people I've seen on Reddit say that like they've had to do a lot of searches just to hit um the daily goal or the daily search amount. And you earn like 3 cents, which isn't really worth it. And now they locked it behind having to do like one of these 5 things to like unlock searches. To be earned or to be able to earn from searches. I usually get it from uploading a receipt, pretty easy to do. I highly not if you want to do it, feel free to. But I don't do it anymore. I think they've also made it harder. I did used to cheese the system by doing like A and then AA and then AB and then when I got to like AZ, I would go to like BA and all that. I don't know if it works anymore, but you can try it out yourself if you want. I don't do the searches anymore. Um, I don't think there's much to really cover anymore. Oh, there is like a Swaggo board. It's kind of like a bingo board. It's not worth doing anymore in my opinion because I think they made it harder to do. But if you get like five in a row, it's a 5x5 board. If you get five in a row, you get like a certain amount of SB, and like the more that you get in a row, the more SB you get. I don't think it's worth doing it for like the amount of work that goes into it. But my daily routine for this is I usually go to my daily pull, get my 1 SB, and then I literally just do the true X right here whenever I have like the option to do it, which is like right at reset. But it's not really reliable anymore. They used to have like these videos that you could do, um, and they were like pretty passive. There was one that you could literally click once, and then it would take you to it would just like play videos all day for you and you would earn like a couple bucks a day. There's also like interactive ones that you click every 30 seconds to 45 seconds and they would earn you a bit more, but they took that away. They used to have like these games that earn you like 10 cents for doing like for playing a game for like a couple of minutes. But they removed that. They haven't replaced it with anything. They used to have like a lot of these offers or these offer walls that you see in other beer money apps like Toro or Review and all that, but I think they took that out. So if I'm being honest, this site's Swagbucks is great and all, but it's not really worth it. Like unless if you want to do surveys, if you don't mind doing surveys, like it's not terrible. And having more survey sites is good because, sometimes you'll get the same survey on another site that you just did, or um, you know, sometimes you just like having more survey sites just gives you more access to like shorter surveys like this 2 minute one. But Swagbucks, like I said, is really finicky about surveys. As you can see, I didn't really do it. There's a lot of cash out options. The nice thing about Swagbucks is you get five, at least for me, I get five instant delivery ones, which means, if I cash out, I should instantly get it. They also do this sale once every month where you get 12% off of your $25 gift card, your first one, and it's only one every month, except for PayPal. And they have a lot of different cash outs. I think they have like 150 almost. Um, you can Google the cash outs, but I also have it on my blog, or at least the main ones. Let's just cash out really quick just to show you it's legit. I usually do 25, or I usually do like 25 bucks every week or so. Um, So it's gonna ask you for like, it's gonna send you a code, and you're gonna have to put in the code. I'm just gonna blur this out for a second when I get the code. All right, this is the receipt for the cash out that I just got. I know I waited a couple minutes to check, but obviously blur out sensitive information and all that. Don't mind the tabs that I have. All right, I know I have a lot. um, but this is just to show you that Swagbucks is legit. I've been cashing out for a long time. Like I said, I've got over 2,000 bucks made from it. Um, and I know this is a really long review, but I just wanted to walk you through pretty much everything that I've tried out. I might have missed a couple things, and I didn't try out everything, but I kind of wanted to give you like the idea behind why I don't think certain things are worth it, and kind of the precautions that you should look out for this site and stuff while trying to cover everything. Um, I'll make sure to try to update my blog page about this when I can. And if I find anything new, I'll have blog pages up about like certain warnings about like downloading the multi-level rewards and some of the surveys like sites that I'd recommend if you want to do surveys and all that. And I'll get to those. They're not up yet at the time of recording this, but I'll get to it. But that's pretty much all about Swagbucks. My referral link will be down in the description if you want to try it out and see if you got TrueX. If you do, that's great. That's free money for you. If you want to try doing the surveys, it's always great to have another survey site, even though I think the surveys suck on the site. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to playing Path of Exile. New League just came out like literally yesterday. Um, it's been a while since they released a new league, but yeah, that's pretty much all. Take care of yourself.